There we go. Let's go back to
Oh,
Well,
it's
let's start off with a little introduction. Hello, my name is Julian Arroyo.
I
To the left of me, or to the right of me,
right.
is Mr. Joseph Gurgis, and this is our theme park podcast.
Oh, and I just realized I am by the name Moonwalking Kingdom. That's my
Oh
microphone.
yeah,
Uh,
we're using our
but
YouTube
I'm
names.
going to change my name in front of y'all right now as we keep talking. So let's talk about what's the topic we have here today.
Today we're gonna talk about just theme park adults in general. Um, let's just start off with because this is just based off of a conversation that we just had earlier,
Okay.
and it's about Mr. Dev,
Wanting your
theme
money?
park.
It's by wanting your money? Uh-huh.
Yeah, there we go. We're talking about Mr. Theme Park Dev. It's talking about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So let's just start off there.
So I watched Prince Charming Dev's video because I regularly watch his videos. So he's talking about Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and the reason I bring this up is because he's saying a lot of complaints that not only I heard from him, but I heard from other people.
Yeah.
And it's about the rides breaking down, like the Tiana's breaking down, and the lack of storytelling in Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which has been a complaint with many people.
Yes.
And this is primarily theme park fans that have to. You know what I noticed? They'll always bring up Epic Universe in these conversations. They always do this. Like, you only do it. Listen, I don't agree with everything Disney's doing, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop going to their parks.
You shouldn't.
I don't think that should take away because listen, I'm going back in 3 weeks, and that's not going to stop me from having a good time. But I will always admit when Disney does something wrong. Like, and you always should admit when Universal doing something wrong. You always say that because Julian mentioned Hagrid's, right? And
Yeah. Well, let's go to the part where Dev says that he basically says something like, "Why is Disney building rides that aren't reliable?" or something like that.
something like that, and it's like they're breaking down and something like that.
And
It was on the lines of that. I have to rewatch it, but
here's the thing, right? Like, if you're gonna make a comment where it says, "Why is so and so making a ride that's not working?" It's fucking new. It's a fucking new ride. It's not even officially open yet. It's like we're still in technical rehearsal here.
they open tomorrow.
Okay.
And they're still breaking down. The ride's still breaking down.
And again, this is a common thing for new attractions, at least here in the U.S. Like, I know in other countries that when they build a new ride, they make sure that it's working 24/7. And they're making sure that it works 100% 24/7, at least the first year in other countries. But here in the U.S., when it comes to new attractions, it should be common sense or commonly known that they're not gonna work the way they're intended to work the first week or the first couple months.
It's been going on for a month. Yeah.
And exactly. And I get, it's understandable. And I get it. I get the frustration because obviously the ride should be working 100%, but knowing how it is here in the US, where things want to be done quick, unfortunately that's gonna be the case for every attraction that's gonna be open. And what was it? The Louis animatronic? I think that's the one that's been that's been
a lot.
Yeah. That's been the one that's been breaking down. And I can get it. It's a big animatronic.
Oh, Tiana's breaking down too, especially in the final scene.
Oh yeah.
Part where she's completely frozen, and then there's another part where only her head's moving, but her arms are not moving.
Oh wow.
So there's been more breakdowns than just Lewis. Almost every animatronic has been breaking down. Like there's a lot. There's a whole video someone made of a whole video on like over 10 to 15 mistakes on the ride.
Wow.
And there was another person on the ride that was on that attraction for, I'm not kidding, 26 minutes.
Okay.
And because the logs are old, and Disney has a thing with he was bringing up not even just him, but other people were bringing up Disney's maintenance is terrible.
Yeah,
they are the worst. They don't take care of their rides at all. They did the Splash Mountain logs. Like they have not fixed those. If that ride, this is something I will say. And this is not because of because of the no. Even if Universal did something like this, like you say, Hagrid's. But the reason why people were people complaining about Hagrid's?
Yeah, yeah, it was more like a complaint, but the thing is like, yeah, when Hagrid's first opened, the ride was breaking down constantly. And yes, you can make the argument that Hagrid's is technologically more advanced than Tiana's, but still, it's like you gotta come in with that mindset where it's like rides that are technologically pretty advanced, you should have that kind of in the back of your head where it's like, okay, like these rides are not going to work the way they're intended when they first open, And I'm going to be real. This is something that not a lot of people are saying. And this is something that I don't want to happen when this opens. But when Epic Universe opens, I guarantee you a good chunk of the rides are not going to work the way they're intended to work, And listen, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be, I'm not a Universal hater. I'm not like, I fucking love Universal, but I guarantee you that, especially from what I've been hearing with the Universal Monsters attraction and then the Harry Potter attraction that they're building over there, I guarantee that those two rides, which are their signature e-tickets for those parks, are not gonna work the way they're intended the first day, at least the first day,
And I think
it's like, at the end of the day, you got to at least be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to these new attractions, especially with attractions where they're building brand new animatronics. Listen, it's the US. I'm not expecting these rides to be top-notch when they first open, So that's really what I'm here to say,
And then just another thing, and why the complaints are coming along is, one, it's Disney, and people hate Disney, so of course they're gonna complain. But if Universal was doing this, you'll hear less complaints, and they'll say, they'll just fix it because they're Universal, they're better.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
so they'll like if Universal was that's the logic. And another reason for that is because it replaced Splash Mountain, but Splash Mountain was constantly breaking down during its final days. The logs were sinking.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like one thing that I will say about this new Tiana ride is that I don't know how much they've maintained the logs.
Yeah.
Before the ride opened, because if they did not maintain the logs at all, that's actually pretty concerning. Because
very concerning.
Because like I remember, months before it closed,
those are exactly the same logs.
Months before it closed, those logs were sinking. And just imagine how many more incidents that's going to happen in the following years, That's actually terrifying when you really think about it, because I don't think they have the lap bars. I haven't been on Splash Mountain forever, but
they have lap bars, They
have lap bars. And so it's like, imagine it sinking and then the lap bars aren't working. I'm sorry, that's like terrifying. That's very I hope if somebody from Disney's watching this, I really hope that you guys maintained it beforehand, because that's pretty concerning.
Another thing is that if Disney did Minions Land, then they would get so many complaints. But since Universal did it, it's getting praise. Even though people have expressed hatred for I think the Minions ride, the new Minions ride, I haven't went on it, but I can confirm to you, it fucking sucks.
It doesn't look good. It does not look good at all.
So bad.
I don't know, like I even seeing like some of the reviews for it, it's like I don't understand why some people would actually praise it. Again, I think it's just Universal bias, because you know how like people who are sponsored by these parks or are given like amenities from these parks.
Oh yeah, like usually, the events and everything. They
usually with people who do the events and stuff.
The Disney people do it too.
Yeah, exactly. The Disney people do it too, and
they lie to your faces because they're paying them.
Yeah,
it's fucking stupid. Like, that's why I don't trust the vloggers as I used to, because I need an honest vlogger. Like, anytime I watch this, and I know he's pretty they're pretty controversial, but WDWNT, he does a lot. Tom Corliss, some of the best rants I've seen of anything involving Disney parks. He's honest. He's breaking down everything. I remember he made a rant. He was like, on the top of his lungs. He was pissed off about the genie thing, and he was also. I remember his rant about virtual queues. It was amazing. It was a great event, and I hate the virtual queue system as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's one of the worst things Disney's ever done.
And then here's another thing, just to kind of add more to this. What is it? Top Thrill 2 over at Cedar Point has been closed for several weeks, damn near a month now. Damn near, I think it's been over a month now because the system over there just isn't as reliable. And again, like that's just something to be expected when it comes to these brand new attractions. I don't understand why, again, like these theme park fans, at least specifically the Disney ones, they're just always, complaining about the dumbest things.
Yeah,
it's like theme parks fans in general, to me, they're childish. They're all childish,
dude. I really don't, especially with Disney's gonna crumble with Tiana because Epic Universe is gonna
logical.
I'm excited for Epic Universe. I'm excited, but do I think it's overhyped? Yes, I think it's very overhyped. Even though there's a lot of great things coming.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are promised for Epic Universe. And again, obviously, like I'm not gonna give judgment the first day it opens because again, I'm not expecting it to be, the working at its peak. But at least by the end of the year of 2025, that's when I'll definitely give my real judgments. And I will say, like, theme park fans, when it comes to Epic Universe, I think they are slightly overhyping it, but at the same time, Velocicoaster was very overhyped when it was getting announced, and that's a phenomenon. That's one of the best.
I think the overhyping, I think it depends on the overhyping because Velocicoaster kind of deserves that because it's a fucking great ride.
It's might be the best roller coaster ever built.
I love it. I remember going on that ride and I was like, this is the greatest roller coaster I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen half of the things that were on that coaster. I've never witnessed in my life.
I love how you say Velocicoaster is the best roller coaster you've ever been on. Yet you literally Six Flags. You literally live next to El Toro. I'm just saying. You live right near El Toro.
El Toro for some reason always bothered me. I don't know. You know what it was because the vehicle doesn't have an area where you lay back. And well, it's not one of those type of rides. But another thing is my head. Every time I'm going there, my head would always like, dang, like it was one of those, and it was like I think the overall coaster is fantastic, but I don't know. It's just very very uncomfortable to be on. I heard they renovated it.
They did not too long ago. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on it when I go.
Apparently it runs smoother now, like slightly smoother.
Because the last time I went on the ride was like in 2018, I think 2019. So
that was the best time to go though, because like I don't know. I listen. El Toro is like that's like my number one coaster. I want.
It's a great ride, but I don't know. I think my favorite coaster over there is I love Bizarro or Medusa.
Bizarro. Oh yeah, now it's Medusa. Yeah.
Back to just the hype, man. I think the only things that are hype. Oh, another thing I want to say. Dark Universe. If that was Disney doing it, here with the complaints. Only 2 rides. That's what they would say if Disney did it. But since it's Universal, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, listen, it's also the vice versa too. Disney fans will go crazy Beyond Thunder Mountain. I think it's a phenomenal idea that they're doing that.
Yeah,
I think it's great because Magic Kingdom needs more capacity and it just needs to be bigger. So I'm very happy they're doing something like that. In the villain section. Oh my god. I have a feeling for D23, they're going to really break down with the villain section now that we got a Dark Universe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, now that they're getting Dark Universe, I could totally see Disney just be like,
Disney's gonna
look what we have in store for the villains.
We have these great stories.
Oh my god! But I will say that one thing I never understood about Disney fans, like, there's a lot of Disney fans that really like talk shit about
Universal,
about Star Wars, the Star Wars land. Galaxy's Edge. I actually love Galaxy's Edge. I think it might be the best theme park land ever built.
It's better than Harry Potter.
Okay, here's the thing. I love both Harry Potter and Star Wars. I grew up with both franchises, so like both of the lands are like they're so sentimental to me.
Very
I
immersive.
don't know. It depends on my mood. Right now I'm in a Star Wars mood right now, so like I'll say Galaxy's Edge. But if I'm in a Harry Potter mood, I'm definitely gonna say Diagon Alley is the best. Like
Diagon Alley was beautifully themed, and
yeah, I love Diagon Alley.
On the bank, the fucking
amazing.
the store, like the little shops, like the wands,
Yeah.
like everything about it. You know what they gotta do?
What?
They gotta do the Greenwich World Cup.
British World Cup. Yo, yeah, they were that was like a rumor, I think at one point.
Gotta do a Quidditch attraction.
Yeah, like they were gonna make like a Quidditch attraction where you wore like VR goggles and stuff like
that. That would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. The VR now has kind of been outdated.
No, not VR. No, it can't be VR.
But I mean, they kind of have the Quidditch section in the Forbidden Journey. Like you're in the middle of like a Quidditch game.
Journey, dude. Right. That ride is from 2010.
It's from 2010. It still holds up. It's still
come on, the dragon.
Dragon still works. I love the Dementors. I think like again. It all holds up for 10 years.
Cute, man.
14 years. It's been for 13, 14 years, man.
That cute, man. And then I get the same motion with Rise of the Resistance.
Yes. Rise of my God.
And I'm so excited.
It's an experience. That's a whole experience.
That is an experience. And and I think like Dark Universe, I think that is the land that kind of with the initial thing, I do think I can see why people will be overhyped with that land, but Super Nintendo, like Super Nintendo, like we already got that in California and Japan. Yeah. California is like the worst one, so
yeah, I will say even I did Super Nintendo World in Japan, and even doing the land is phenomenal. It kind of reminds me of Diagon Alley, where like the land is phenomenal, but the rides are somewhat lackluster, if I'll be honest.
Like Bowser's Challenge, the Mario.
I'm not a bit. I will say Bowser's Challenge reminds me heavily of Men in Black.
Yes,
but still, it's not like oh my god, like it's not like the greatest ride I've ever been on. But it's great.
Racing against people. I wish it was like that.
I wish there was more like I wish it was a little bit more intense.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's Mario Kart.
I actually said this years ago. I wish they had a whole entire Mario theme park.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. Because you could do so much with that, or just a Nintendo park.
I would love just like a Nintendo theme park. I think would be
like you got
the best way to do it because there's so many properties in Nintendo that I think is willing to make a whole theme park.
Like Mario, Zelda,
Pokemon, F-Zero, Metroid. Dude, I would love to get a Metroid.
Metroid would go fire, bro.
I would love a Metroid attraction.
Star Fox, you gotta have a
Star Fox like simulator attraction.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, exactly.
That would go crazy.
I would love that. I would love that. And knowing the advanced technologies that Nintendo like that's right up their alley. I think it's right up their alley. I'm surprised they didn't go as far as
Kirby Land. The fucking the Dreamland with Kirby and would go out and Fire Emblem too. They could do Fire Emblem.
Oh my god! Or shit, they could even make like a Chrono Trigger land, not like a
Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, Animal Crossing. I don't know why I said Chrono Trigger. I meant to say Xenoblade.
Chrono Trigger is Square.
Yeah, that's Square. That's more like SquareSoft. Yeah. I'll say though, like, what is it? SquareSoft did play a bit of a role in like Nintendo's like early history.
The Final Fantasy collab with the Mario sports games.
Yeah, and then what is it? Capcom as well played a big influence in
Nintendo. They had
Dragon
Quest characters in a game called Fortune Street. It was a party game with Mario and Dragon Quest characters. This was a very interesting combination.
And then another one is Konami. Konami also played.
I was about to bring up Konami.
Like imagine like a Castlevania land.
Oh my god, that would go hard.
Oh my! Like I'm already getting excited just thinking about it.
Maybe a dark ride inside of it.
Like a dark ride, like oh my god, bro! And then you got the music from like Super Castlevania or like Symphony of the Night or like something like even though Symphony of the Night was
PS1. A Sega theme park, the Snatcher.
Oh well, yeah, man, yeah. Oh,
all that. We just got really off topic, but
we got very off topic. But overall,
that's gonna be a theme in this channel. It's gonna be a
so we get off
very
topic.
we go because we're very that's something called being passionate about your product. Very passionate about your product.
We're very passionate people.
Because more Disney, more family, more money.
More money.
So that's really it. I mean, I'm excited for the world of theme parks in general.
It's very optimistic, very exciting, very optimistic. I'm so happy that theme parks in general are having that are actually like getting exciting again.
Like we have, no matter if it's bad or good, there's something to talk about.
Exactly.
That's something that you really need to. Everybody needs to look at that, in that perspective. Like I try to ignore everything online when it comes to this. I just try to enjoy myself because you look at the people in the park; they're enjoying everything.
They're enjoying themselves, whatever vibe,
This is even at Disney. Yeah. I see families with their kids, and they're loving it.
You have to. You have to. You paid a lot of money.
You have to if you spent the money.
Oh my god! But overall, moral of the story, I'm just gonna say that the world of theme parks hasn't been this exciting since like the 90s and 2000s. So
it's like the Eisner era.
Literally, it's like this. I haven't seen theme parks getting this crazy since the 90s, and I'm so happy. This is another thing I just want to add. I hate people who are always like, oh, the world of theme parks was so much better back in the day.
Oh, God.
Like in the 90s, like nothing's gonna break the 90s. And I'm just like, look at what you have now. You're not like the world that we have right now, not only just at Universal, but at Disney. And not only at Disney, but even the other amusement parks like Cedar Fair, even some of the Six Flags attractions.
SeaWorld has massively improved. I think SeaWorld is better now than in the 90s.
SeaWorld has really, really changed. For the people watching this, I was at SeaWorld just the other day, and I have give you a little bit of context. I haven't been to SeaWorld since 2018, 2019. So it's changed a lot since I've been, and it really, really holds up. And I had a phenomenal time. So yeah, overall, the world of theme parks in Orlando and even amusement parks, and for people who are really mad about the world of amusement parks in the U.S., look at the other parks outside of the U.S. Look at Europe. I think Europe is such a very strong place for amusement parks.
I think everything that was in the 90s is most of what was in the 90s. They were great. I loved it. Same thing.
Can't deny it. You can't deny it. Yeah, it was great.
There was, but I think let's try and step away from nostalgia reasonings for why the reason I say the Great Movie Ride should have never got, it's not because of nostalgia. It's part of it could be
it's nostalgia, but on top of that, the concept is just great.
The concept is just the ride was incredible.
Yeah,
I think the greatest modern thing Disney's done was Journey of Water and Cosmic, even though it's not in the right park. Cosmic Rewind is amazing.
Yeah,
it's a great ride. Might not be the best thing Disney's done, but it's a great ride. Something in the 90s that sucked for nostalgia people. I wasn't the biggest fan of what was the I don't know. I mean, I told you this. I don't hate Alien Encounter. I don't hate it, but I don't see the hype for it for me. Yeah, it's cool. You got the Encounter Alien. Stitch is Great Escape. Forget about it. That's God.
I will say I've been on Stitch. I liked Stitch as a kid, but it's I think Alien Encounter, the thing is Stitch was always a cheap overlay. It always felt like something was missing in Stitch. So seeing Alien Encounter, knowing what that was, and knowing that the stuff at Stitch was really meant for that.
Yeah,
I think it gives me a better understanding of what the ride really was. And that's why I appreciate it, but obviously you're entitled to your own opinion, of course.
Yeah, I know, but
I respect that opinion. Nobody says that.
Nobody says that. that goes for all fan bases. That but there is a soft spot for Alien Encounter. Like I love the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the pre-show is much better than the overall. I love it. I think it's great, but it's just it never was. I always preferred the Timekeeper.
Timekeeper was great.
I always preferred that. Cool. And then another thing that people from the 90s that people hated on Under New Management.
I liked Under New Management. Like, I get it. Like, Tiki Room is like icon. Like, it's like.
I actually prefer Under New Management.
You prefer Under New Management?
I prefer it. I don't like it. I don't like Tiki Room. I don't like it.
I don't do Tiki Room, but like, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually just found out that one of the earliest concepts for Tiki Room was that it was actually supposed to be a dinner show.
Supposed to be. Okay, so it should have been a dinner show.
I think that's cool.
I think that would actually make my
appreciation. You get some like Polynesian food and you see the
that'd be amazing.
That's cool. I like that.
That's an art Disney.
Disney should do that. Disney should do that.
Oh yeah,
Come on, do it for Walt.
And we should run the company. There's a video series on that soon.
Yeah, we'll make one. We'll talk about stuff we have.
Oh, we got too much, but that'd be really cool.
It sounds like that. I mean, when you look at it now, it's like like I can actually see it now. You know.
And then Under New Management. I don't know, for some reason I know like the core reason for it being hated was because how they what they'll say.
It's kind of more of like a replacement. Than
original. I actually found it more entertaining as a kid because of Iago and Zazu and just everything that they had. That they had this like the lady in the middle.
Oh yeah, she was like the best part. I wish they kept her.
The best part of the fucking show.
I wish they kept her. Like that whole statue was beautifully made.
And I remember coming out and they had the birds going, "Get on your feet."
Yeah.
Like, it was like, I think to some it was a joke because you would never hear them like sing songs like that.
No.
Because what's the last song in that? It was actually hi ho.
Oh, okay.
Off to work we go.
Yes, I haven't seen Under New Management in a minute, so I'm not.
No, but I'm referring to the original show.
Oh, the original show.
The original show has hi ho in.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, see, that's literally the song that plays when you walk. They're singing that when they're walking out. But
okay.
Under New Management, the last song I think was "Get on Your Feet" or "Conga." I think it was either one of those.
Oh, one of those two. Okay.
One of those Gloria Stefan. But I remember like. I think my dad took a video and I was like dancing like outside of the once we got out.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
So it was more, I don't know. And then I'll go with his Friend Like Me, and it's funny because the song was rewritten for the show, like different lyrics and everything. I always preferred Country Bear Jamboree over Tiki Room by a mile.
Oh yeah, Country Bear was always like that show. That you had more people get more excited in Country Bear.
And Tiki Room. I am excited for the new one, even though there's a lot of people not feeling the new one. Even though
I don't get it. I think it's great. I think
the reason I don't mind it is because they've done several different Country Bear Jamborees. They did the Vacation Hoedown. They did the
there was the Christmas Vacation one, I think, right?
It was a Christmas one. It was just a regular Christmas one that they stopped in 2005 for some reason. I really wish they brought the Christmas version back. And then they just kept playing the original 1971 version of the show, which was there for 50 years.
Yeah.
51, 52. Yeah.
And again, I'm okay with that. Like, again, I think Disney should change their rides, you know?
And the guys will turn me on and they'll turn me down.
All the guys turn me on, turn me down. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that.
And I'm going to miss Blood on the Saddle. Because
I hope that
those two songs were iconic.
They are.
I'll tell you, I will say, yes, they have gotten rid of iconic things, but no one's commenting about Universal. They've gotten rid of
they've gotten rid of all the rides.
Every single iconic attraction at Universal.
Well, I will say though that's even growing up. I remember a lot of people were complaining about that. Like,
really?
Yeah, like for instance, like I remember people would say, "Oh, like Revenge of the Mummy doesn't hold up to Kong," and then I remember other people saying, I'm trying to think, Simpsons doesn't hold up to Back to the Future.
Oh, I
Like
mean,
all the rides are,
duh.
like yeah, like they're all downgrades, and I will admit, yeah, they were downgrades.
I
They
mean,
like
that's
except
just
for
a
Mummy.
bad
I've
part.
never, well, I've never ridden Kong, so I can't say that Mummy is a downgrade.
That's,
But
I mean, that's just a fucking bad park at Universal.
yeah, that whole part.
Like the first park, Isles Adventure, phenomenal.
That's a video for that's another
That's
like
for
idea
another
for
time.
another
But
video. But I'm just saying, like, even I remember growing up, like even people, I remember people saying Disaster was worse than Earthquake when they were both essentially they were both the same ride, just different names. Like,
right.
but still, like even then, like I will admit, like Twister was a lot better than Jimmy Fallon. I think
How's
Jimmy
Earthquake?
Fallon.
From what you've seen, Earthquake. You like Earthquake?
Oh, dude, I rode the one in the tram tour. I love the one in the tram tour. I think it's great. I think it's great. The thing is that what is it? Earthquake. So it's the same ride.
Really
Like
same ride.
it's the same. Like Disaster was the
It's
same
a
ride
fucking
as
backlot. It's a thing that with the water.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's the same. It's the same ride that opened with the park. Just it just has a different pre-show. That's it.
One attraction that I feel like Universal just should have never gotten rid of, and I already have a feeling you know what I'm going to say. Can you guess on what one attraction?
What attraction?
Universal they should never remove this ride. Like this is like my level. Jaws.
Yeah.
Like great movie ride is my most hated Disney removal. Jaws is my most hated Universal removal.
Jaws is
a staple.
I rode it in Japan. It's I'm just happy that it's at least
like,
somewhere.
That's like if you were to travel to Japan to ride Splash Mountain.
Like that's somewhere. Like at least somewhere you can still ride Jaws. You know?
Said,
I don't think it's going anytime soon because Japanese people love Jaws.
Somebody said that Tokyo Disneyland is the only Disney park where you can have that original Disney experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like half of the rides there, they haven't changed them.
Yeah,
like,
and they still have Splash Mountain.
Yeah,
and
Splash Mountain.
Country Bear Jamboree. It's not the actual Country Bear Jamboree. It's they actually have Vacation Hoedown over there.
Vacation Hoedown. Okay.
Yeah, they still have their Vacation Hoedown, and they have an Enchanted Tiki room with Stitch over there. And yes, it's not a completely original experience, but for them, like a lot of their rides haven't changed.
No, they haven't. So like that, it's nice that they actually can like have something that's fresh over there. And on top of that, the Stitch animatronic over in Tiki Room, I think it was borrowed from the one in Florida. So like, it's like a piece of Stitch's greatest gift.
I think they got and the thing I love about Tokyo Disney is that they keep evolving. They don't really like what they're doing is that they're getting rid of Space Mountain and Buzz Lightyear, but they're replacing it with better things. Like, well, Buzz Lightyear not completely.
I don't. What are they doing with Buzz Lightyear again? I don't remember.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Was it Wreck-It Ralph? Okay.
Was it Wreck-It Ralph and then I know for It's a Small World they're putting Marvel characters and I was not a fan of that.
That shouldn't be.
Like, listen, but what I can compliment about Tokyo is that they are not afraid to do anything. Like do that instance with the Marvel characters, like they did the Baymax Happy Ride with Baymax, and then they did
people love that there. People love that there.
Oh, in Japan they love him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember when I was at Disney Sea, there was just so many people with Baymax merch, and like there was people talking about him and stuff. Like yeah.
Baymax, they have like all the riders on their ride. They're really doing the dances when they're on the ride.
I heard they have a whole group of people just from the opening of the park to the end, just doing the dance.
They have like 8 songs on the soundtrack that play each time you go on the ride. You have a different song.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I said Baymax, Duffy, Stitch are like the most popular character, and of course, but anyway, do we have anything else to say about theme park fans?
Be a little bit more open-minded. Appreciate what you have right now, because I don't think theme park fans are truly appreciating what they have. And I get it. Yeah. I'm not trying to be a dick rider, because I will admit, yes, some theme park rides are not great, and I think like you said for Tiana, storytelling should be important with the rides. I think some, I think they really should focus on storytelling, and then even like some of the intellectual. I think they're overusing the intellectual properties as well.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, but I actually don't mind what we have right now. I think it's great, and I think too many people are stuck in the past. And
I think Epcot is amazing right now, even
I
though
think Epcot looks great. Like,
even
yeah,
the only things that are bothering me are the interior of the building.
yes, the interior for Connections is horrible.
Connections, Creations, and Communicore Hall, they're all bad. Like,
and like I understand like the frustration because what they promised for Epcot was going to be super ambitious.
oh, wait, with the Celebration Building and the
Like I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. I'm disappointed as well.
Play
But what
Pavilion.
we have isn't bad.
Yeah,
Like what we have right now is not bad. Like I don't think it's that bad. If you really look at it,
I like the Walt statue.
I think that's great.
I love that they actually brought back Dreamer's Point.
Yeah, exactly.
The new thing. I love that they brought back the old logo. I think that was another great thing they did.
I even like the main area. Like I that's been a complaint. People say, "Oh, the main area it looks like a college campus." Look at Epcot from like when it first opened. That's literally my college campus looks like Epcot when it first opened. So it's just like
yeah, like the signages for the rides were so bland.
It's like the architecture. I'm talking like specifically the architecture.
Oh, the architectures, yeah.
It just like from when it first opened, it looks like my community college campus.
Yeah,
you know?
They also brought back the original land music apparently.
Oh, it was like for a day or two. I wish they do that for the rest of their stuff.
Yeah, I wish they did that for and then just Epcot in general. I love. I think the best thing that they've done was look at Spaceship Earth at night, man.
Spaceship Earth looks beautiful.
That like the lights, like the lights, man. Oh, you know what else? Oh, one more thing I gotta say. Bring back the lights for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Oh yeah,
Bring back sparkling Christmas. I don't want to see no projections. I'm tired of projections. I'm fucking tired of them. They're fucking cheap, and yeah, get rid of them because that alone, the sparkling lights are worth the trip out there for the
absolutely.
It's breathtaking, and I've never imagined how that is in person. Oh my, I've never seen that in person. So Disney, step up your game with that. One thing I said, I do prefer your Christmas event over Universal's Christmas event. So
oh yeah,
I'll say that. But Universal's Horror Nights,
Halloween, yeah, Universal Horror Nights. Yeah. I make the trip alone just to do Horror Nights.
Because it's different every year. Meanwhile,
it's always different every year, and I love
Meanwhile, it. Not Scary is like the same thing every year.
Yeah.
With some minimal upgrades, but it's
I have an idea. Like it would be cool if for Not So Scary, they did this thing where it's like just Space Mountain, but like in the pure dark, like just pure dark.
They do that? They do that.
I think they might have done that. Yeah, I think they did that. Yeah,
they do that. What?
Yeah, I think they did. It was like for 1 year though. They don't do it like every year.
I don't know if they did it last year. I don't remember. I know that this year they're having villains walk around more during the event.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're experimenting for the villain section.
And didn't they have like a Jack Skellington like puppet?
They had it. That was for Hollywood Studios. They had
for Hollywood Studios.
That was for the Christmas. I do think the Nightmare for Christmas show. Yeah, that was for Christmas.
That's for Christmas. Okay.
That was not for Halloween. That was for Christmas.
I still think I think they should do it over in Magic Kingdom. I think.
The puppet, the Jack Skellington puppet, yeah, that you can still see in Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
They have a nighttime show. There.
Okay.
I know most people do prefer Oogie Boogie Bash over at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, that's cool because you get like the character, you see like the villains, they taunt at you and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's why I think it's way more popular than Not So Scary.
Absolutely. I hope Disney like brings that over here. I really hope they.
Oh yeah. All right, man.
Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed our little ramble. Please subscribe. We have a couple more videos coming in after, one of them being a Disney Sea review. So definitely check that out. Thank you guys for watching.
Please stand on your bucks on me, fuckers.
Yuck. All right. Goodbye.